A sample read from the Book of Wisdom, the words of Joseph of Arimathea, Yeshua's great uncle, and transliterated by Desert Owl from the Forbidden History series. Chapter 15. On the Etheric Spiritual Realm. The etheric spiritual realm lies on between the realm of matter and the realm of divine light, or the Divine One. If your mind is unable to grasp the idea of the divine, and you cannot comprehend what is meant by the etheric spirituality, do not be dismayed. How can any ordinary, unenlightened mind do so when it is totally surrounded by a corrupt material world, and then closed in on every other side by this grand illusion in time? Absolute purity cannot be seen among the dark clouds of the earthly impurity, while in this defiled lower plane the immaculate perception is almost inconceivable. So for this reason, if you cannot comprehend this, nor perceive the reality of the only true perfection, how much less then will you be able to comprehend the divine? Step forward confidently along this path, guided by listening to the true seed of light, who are more enlightened, as they will not allow you to stray, and soon the light of a true comprehension will be placed within your hand. The etheric spiritual realm is divided into two parts. On the one side is the place where the blind and the wicked have companionship with their own kind, and it is a very cold, dark place of complete obscurity and emptiness. This is the realm of the adversarial blind natures that are containing all of those who are repulsive even to their own kind, while their greatest punishment may lie in the fact that they can still retain the memory of a true beauty, sanity, excellence, and of purity, just as the happiness of those within the realm of perfection and vision on the other side is brought up to a higher level and highlighted by its own contrast with that very same sorrow and affliction that they had previously known. The realm of darkness is separated from the realm of light by an etheric form of fire through which a communication can be established. Were those on the sunlight side to inquire from the inhabitants of darkness what brought them to their deplorable state, if the truth of honesty could be found in them, they would have to reply, "We are of those who were careless and unattentive of all the ethical, spiritual, and the higher dignities. We were of those who thought only about their own selfish gain of interest, but not of the advancement for the etheric higher man, nor of the welfare of others. We were the self-consumed ones who considered only their own needs and own special interest. Now look at what we have. We keep down the poor and the undereducated and exploited the helpless and the weak, doing nothing to improve their situation. Now look at ours. We sit on special councils and in the seats of high authority, while engaging in vain and empty arguments about what is right and what is wrong, while the poor, the hungry, and all those oppressed stood helplessly by and suffered in a hopeful patience. We are above all of those who could have done much but did little. We were among those who were given great gifts but used them for selfish ends. So what do we have left? We obtained the finest houses and surrounded ourselves with all kinds of things to give us our ease and comfort, but now we are comfortless. We sought out the places of pleasure and closed our eyes to the sorrows and the sufferings of this world. We laughed out at those who sought to teach us about the true spirituality, while we took a basic and easier view of right and wrong. There is no laughter here anymore. We doubted that there was any life beyond this one, and we could not comprehend any of those discussions about it. I wish that the grave could have been the end. The talk about obligation, duty, and the service for all men disturbed our comforts and complacency, and we let others do our biddings for us. If we only could go back, it is only now, when we find ourselves in such a miserable existence, in the certainty of life after death, can we all realize our true error and suffer because of this. Here the air is filled with the sighing sound of the saddest words we that know. Too late. These words have spanned the gulf of time and were recorded by an ancient Magian sage. On the day when the whole being is separated by death and the mortal clay is consigned into its proper place, the spirit passes through the great stargate and into that spirit realm. There it will first enter a border space where the floodgates of memory are opened up and each and every action will be recalled. This is where the newly arrived A-spirit waits while it slowly assumes its chosen form, as it then realizes the direction of its next self-chosen destination. The spirit does not arrive in a state of waking, but is like one who has been asleep. It wakes up to its new life like a man wakes up to a new day. Then, if during earthly life it has doomed itself, this realization will very slowly dawn, and the newly formed being will finally cringe away from all those who came to welcome it. It will indeed be wishing that death had been an end. The wisdom of the ancient time disclosed how that the newly arrived spirit is standing in completeness for condemnation, what it is called the place of decision or the garden of choices. It is the place with boundaries. If during time that spirit has beautified and dignified itself, it will slowly realize its own unfolding in that enlightenment and completely rejoice standing upright within that great light. It will gladly rise up to its welcome and advance fearlessly into the light of its compatible nature. Some who do not possess a full affinity with either the light or the darkness depart for the land of grey clouds and dark shadows, or the desolate wilderness of sin, towards which they are then impelled and led on by the attraction of the state that was most preferred. Within the spiritual realm there are places to suit the condition of every spirit entering it, and that is why the ancient books state, "The mansions of the spirit are without any number." Okay, and I hope you enjoyed that short read of chapter 15 from the Book of Wisdom by Joseph of Arimathea, transliterated by Desert Owl from the Forbidden History series. Please continue watching to the end of the video, enjoy some nice music, and all the information on how to get hold of this book and many other beautiful transliterations. All the information is on the rest of the video, so enjoy, and links are in the description.